Well, hello everybody. Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5 Minute Motivator. Welcome to my home in beautiful Tamarindo, Costa Rica. It's been a couple days, so I'll give you my standard disclaimer. Please remember these 5 Minute Motivators are one-take wonders. There is not a lot of post-production work in them. Maybe some text that I put in over the top from time to time. But I bring that up today because the birds, the magpies, are being there's one now, they are being awfully aggressive. And when they start squawking and squealing in unison, it is a true cacophony. So I thought it was I think it's at least important that I mention that to you in case the birds do start squawking and squealing. Remember, the purpose of the 5 Minute Motivator is just to give you something to think about for the rest of today, not to be produced perfectly. So with that, let me ask you a question that I'd like to discuss today. Who hates you? Did I give you enough time? You need a little more time? You could shut this off and come back. You know, my mother was often fond of saying, my mother was a Roman Catholic through and through and through. So much of her worldview was based on Roman Catholicism and Christianity. And she had this saying that went something like this: you know, all Jesus did was walk around and say, love everybody. And what do? We killed him. If you think about that, the detractors of Jesus came about because of his message of forgiveness and love. Okay, now this is not a theological episode of the 5 Minute Motivator. I'm certainly not qualified to discuss that anyway. What this is just a way of understanding this, I think, relatively important principle. No matter what we do in life, no matter how good we try to be, there will always be people that simply do not like us. We can't get everybody on our side. Okay, let me give you a quote from Dan Kennedy. And Dan Kennedy is a consummate social media marketer. And here's what he said about this notion of people not liking you and offending individuals. He said, if you haven't offended somebody by noon, then you aren't marketing hard enough. Think of that notion of offended or being offended. Who do we offend and why do we offend them? Is it because we are simply being who we are? I will tell you this. I have been called polarizing in certain situations because there are people that absolutely love me and there are people that absolutely hate me. But in those situations, all that I've done is spoken my mind. As a matter of fact, in many of these situations, I haven't even spoken my mind. I was asked to give my opinion. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, is that there are some people that wake up every morning looking for ways to be offended. And they will provoke you. They will ask you your opinion simply so that you disagree with them, so that they have a reason to be offended. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't buy into that. If somebody tells me something that I don't agree with, my comment a la Wayne Dyer would be something like, that's a very interesting perspective. I never thought of it in that way before. Let me spend some time thinking about that. And if they cajole me for my opinion, I'll say, I'll give you my opinion, but remember, I haven't had time to mentally metabolize your answer yet. And that's how I approach the individuals that may not like me, or that hate me, or that are offended by me. I do my best to not offend anybody. I do my best to not have individuals dislike me, and I'm sure you do too. We're all, anybody listening to this 5-minute motivator is interested in personal development and becoming a better person with other people. But the fact of the matter is that's going to happen. Our job is to minimize that as far as possible. Okay, I'm at the 5-minute mark. Let me go over one more quick point. What about the individuals that simply don't like us? No matter what we do, no matter what we say, they don't like us. What do we do with them? Let me tell you in Italian. Forget about them. And move on. Like, share, comment on this, please. Remember, the 5-minute motivator membership is coming soon. Thank you for your time. This is Bill Shaka saying we will see you again on the other side. Bye-bye.